Okay, so you're on a mission, right?
Yeah.
To get a logo. The perfect logo. The one that really captures your brand. But honestly, let's face it, finding a designer can be a little like searching for a needle in a haystack sometimes.
Yeah, it can be super overwhelming.
So many websites, so many freelancers. Where do you even begin?
Yeah, where do you start?
Well, that is where this deep dive comes in. We're breaking down the top 5 online platforms
And make it easier.
to help you navigate the world of logo design like a pro.
Exactly. And it's not just about finding a designer. It's about finding the right designer.
Oh, absolutely.
The one who gets you.
Totally.
Who gets your vision and can translate that into something that really, represents your brand.
It's true.
And each of these platforms has kind of its own personality.
Yeah.
And caters to different needs.
Yeah, it's like choosing the right tool from the toolbox.
100%.
Speaking of which, let's dive into our first contender, Fiverr.
Okay.
Now, you've probably heard of Fiverr.
Right.
It's known for being budget-friendly, but it's more than just a bargain bin.
Right. It's not just about being cheap.
Right.
While it's true, you can find some incredibly affordable options there. I think where Fiverr really shines is when you're looking for quick turnaround.
Okay.
And designers that specialize in a specific aesthetic. So let's say you need a minimalist logo.
Okay.
Like yesterday,
Yeah.
Fiverr's got you covered. Looking for that vintage, hand-drawn feel. Fiverr's got that too.
So it's about speed and very niche styles.
I think so, yeah.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fiverr, great when you need something specific, fast, and on a budget. But what if you're looking for that wow factor?
Right.
Something truly unique. Is a design contest the way to go? Tell me about 99 Designs.
Yeah, so 99 Designs is interesting. It's like you're stepping into a design arena.
Okay.
And you present your vision, your brand, and a whole bunch of designers go head-to-head. They're all pitching you their creative concepts for your logo.
That's really cool.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
It's a really great way, I think, to spark unexpected ideas
I bet.
and potentially uncover a design that you never even considered, something you've never seen before.
Yeah.
That is truly unique.
I bet seeing different interpretations of your brand like that must be fascinating.
Yeah.
Though I imagine that level of creativity probably comes with a little bit higher of a price tag than Fiverr does.
Yeah, you're right. With 99 Designs, you're essentially investing in a range of ideas.
Yeah.
So it can be a bit pricier.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for that perfect blend of creative spark and a diverse selection, it's worth exploring.
It's a design showdown.
Yeah.
This is getting exciting. Okay, so we've got the budget-friendly speed of Fiverr, the creative battle royale of 99 Designs. Now let's talk about a platform that might feel a bit more familiar, Upwork.
Yeah.
The land of freelance freedom.
Right. Upwork is like a global marketplace for freelance talent.
Yeah.
And that includes a massive pool of logo designers.
Yeah.
And I think what's really cool about Upwork is just the sheer diversity of experience levels.
Oh.
You can find like seasoned professionals with these ridiculously impressive portfolios, and you can find up-and-coming designers with these really fresh perspectives.
So Upwork is where you go for like that personalized talent search.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have a lot more control over like who you actually connect with compared to like a contest setup.
You do.
But with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Yeah.
How do you sort through all those portfolios and find the perfect match?
That's a great question. And it's true. You do have to do a little bit more of the work yourself.
All right.
But here's a pro tip. Don't just look at the finished product in a portfolio.
Okay.
See if the designer actually shows their process.
Oh, interesting.
Those initial sketches, like the different concepts that they
I
explored,
see what you're saying.
because that tells you a lot about how they approach design thinking.
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, it's like getting a peek behind the curtain.
Exactly.
Seeing their thought process is just as important as seeing that final result.
100%.
Okay, so we've got Fiverr for speed and affordability, 99 Designs for sparking that creativity through competition, and Upwork for more of a direct personalized search.
Right.
Now, you mentioned earlier that some people might be a little wary of contests.
Yeah.
Is that where Design Crowd comes in?
Yeah, Design Crowd is interesting because it offers that same energy of a contest
Okay.
where you get multiple designers submitting ideas,
Right.
but it has this kind of unique safety net, a money-back guarantee.
Oh, okay.
So if you're someone who's like intrigued by the idea of a design contest,
Yeah.
but you're a little hesitant to fully commit,
Right.
Design Crowd gives you that reassurance.
Now, that's what I call peace of mind.
Exactly.
So with Design Crowd, you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
The thrill of the contest and the security of knowing you haven't completely rolled the dice with your budget.
Right.
Speaking of taking risks, our final platform, Dribble, seems like the place to go when you want to like really break away from the conventional.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me more.
So Dribbble is interesting because it's less about the platform itself and like its hiring process
Okay.
and more about connecting with a specific designer and their artistic vision.
Oh, okay.
You go to Dribbble to be inspired,
Okay.
to discover styles that you might not find anywhere else.
I see.
It's like this curated gallery of really high-end design talent.
It's like stepping into a museum, but instead of just admiring the art, you get to hire the artist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Dribbble definitely seems geared towards people who are looking for something unique
right.
and who are willing to invest the time to find that perfect match.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that investment extends beyond just money too, right?
Totally.
It's about finding that designer whose style really aligns with your brand's DNA.
Exactly.
It's clear that choosing the right platform is so crucial.
It is.
But once you're there and you're staring at the sea of talented designers, how do you actually know who's the right fit?
Right.
It feels like there's got to be more to it than just liking their style.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, one thing that people often overlook
Yeah.
is file formats.
Oh, okay.
You want to make sure that your designer can give you your logo in different formats,
Okay.
like vector files, which are important for scaling without losing quality,
Right?
and high-resolution PNGs for using it on the web.
Okay. File formats. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the visual excitement of it all and forget about like the technical side of things.
Totally.
Okay. So we've tackled choosing the right platform.
Right.
We understand the importance of file formats.
Yes.
But what about actually working with the designer?
Yeah.
Like, that's a whole other relationship to navigate.
It is. It's like any good relationship, communication is key.
Ooh.
Like before you even start thinking about design concepts,
Okay.
take the time to really brief your designer on your brand's personality.
Okay.
What are your core values?
Okay.
What feeling do you want this logo to evoke?
Right.
What are some brands with logos you admire?
So it's like giving them a map to your brand's world, right?
Yes.
Showing them the landscape, the
Yeah.
landmarks, the overall vibe.
Exactly. The more information you provide up front, the better equipped they'll be to really capture your vision.
Okay. So we've sent our designer off with a detailed brief,
Yes.
a metaphorical mood board,
Love it.
and then the exciting moment arrives, the initial design concept.
Also,
But what happens when you get those concepts and something doesn't quite feel right? How do you give feedback without, crushing their creative spirit?
that's a great question. And it's where the art of constructive criticism comes in.
Oh,
Remember, you're not just critiquing a piece of art, you're collaborating on a design solution.
right.
Be specific about what you like and dislike, and most importantly, explain why.
So instead of saying, I don't like this font,
Right.
I might say this font feels a little too corporate and serious for our brand's playful personality.
Yes.
Could we explore some options that are maybe a little bit more whimsical? Exactly. Offer alternatives, suggest directions, and always keep that conversation really positive and collaborative.
Now let's talk revisions.
Okay.
It's inevitable that you're going to want to tweak a few things. But is there a magic number? How many rounds of revisions are reasonable before you start driving your designer crazy?
This is where having a really clear contract from the get-go is so important.
Yeah.
Most designers will actually outline the number of revision rounds that are included in their pricing.
Okay.
So it's good to just make sure everyone's on the same page from the beginning.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And within those revision rounds, should you be focusing on the big picture first or like fine-tuning the details?
Think of it like building a house.
Okay.
You wouldn't start picking out curtains before you've laid the foundation.
Right.
So focus on the overall concept, the layout, the main elements first.
Rick.
Once you're both happy with that structure, then you can dive into those finer details.
So it's all about prioritizing the big wins first and saving the nitty-gritty for later.
Yeah. This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
It has.
We've gone from feeling overwhelmed to feeling empowered,
I love that.
armed with the knowledge to confidently navigate the world of logo design.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
a logo is more than just a pretty image. It's the visual ambassador of your brand.
It's true.
It's that first impression. It's that lasting memory. It's the symbol that really captures the essence of what you do and who you are.
So well said.
Thank you.
We've given you the roadmap, the tools, the insider tips to not only find the perfect logo designer, but to really navigate that creative collaboration like a pro.
Yes.
Now go forth and create a logo that truly represents the heart and soul of your brand.
I love it.